This is how Apple became a trillion-dollar company. Who doesn't know Apple? Chances are you have come across the half-eaten logo somewhere in the world. Whether it's phones, laptops, desktops, tablets, or leading consumer tech, Apple dominates the market with a superior line of products, a loyal customer base, and a lot of cash in the bank. The world's leading consumer tech company is worth more than $1 trillion. And if this rise makes you curious, then you've landed on the right video. So fasten your seatbelts because we're going to take you on a ride. For the last 47 years, Apple has delivered from time to time, and the meteoric rise of this tech giant has been nothing short of mesmeric. Today, we will see how Steve Jobs' brainchild reached the pinnacles of economic strata in the technological world and achieved more than anyone thought it would be able to. We will understand what makes Apple so valuable and how a startup from a garage is now worth $3 trillion. In the hyper-competitive tech space, companies are not only fighting for bragging rights, the main problem is cultivating customer loyalty, and Apple has done so beautifully. While its counterparts like IBM, Nokia, and BlackBerry either had to pivot or shut down, Apple's year-on-year growth has been unstoppable. Welcome to Wealthy Mindset, where we explore unique and breathtaking angles from the world of money, economics, personal finance, and investing. But before we get started, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel to never miss another video. Two minds met in the calculator designing industry of Hewlett-Packard back in the 1970s to create a circuit board that the leading tech companies would deny investing in. Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs then went on to sell all their belongings as they assembled together the circuit boards of Apple I at their house and started a company themselves with their first model costing $666. This is how Apple took birth, and with its arrival, technological revolution followed. Well, the struggle was real. The initial years of Apple faced a plethora of economic ups and downs. Struggling to collect money for the first 50 orders itself, Steve Jobs tried multiple financing options but was turned down time and again. However, Apple somehow managed to get by. The first major setback to the company came when Wozniak no longer wanted to be part of Apple in the 80s, and Jobs was removed by the board of directors against John Sculley. The years without Steve Jobs were the most difficult ones for Apple, and they struggled to compete with the emerging competitors such as Microsoft and IBM. But taking back control in 1997, Jobs discontinued almost 70% of all Apple products and converted a $1 billion loss into a $300 million profit in 1998. The company went on to introduce the iMac in 1998, the iPod in 2001, and the iPhone in 2007. All these introductions were one of a kind and led to a revolutionary touchscreen interface that completely changed the way mobile phones were being invented. Finally came the Apple iPad in 2010, a cherry on the top. The result? Well, Apple is the only company in the history of human civilization that ever touched the mark of $3 trillion. Back in 2018, it became the first company to cross $1 trillion and hit the $2 trillion mark by 2020 itself. Today, it stands firmly at the top as the most valuable company in the world by a roughly $400 billion margin. The numbers are true and unbelievable. What made it happen? The answer to the sale of 1.8 billion iPhones lies in the business strategy of Apple, or say, its founder, Steve Jobs. Firstly, Steve's simplicity formula. Even the Apple I, introduced in 1976, when computers used to occupy whole rooms, he brought a compact integrated device with keyboard and mouse embedded, thus ensuring comfort and decreasing complexity. All of Apple's devices today are manufactured and designed on the same formula, where both the hardware and the software is made as user-friendly and simple as possible to create. Even its operating system used today, the iOS, is so simple that it can be used by both a 7-year-old and a 70-year-old. Secondly, Jobs' Think Differently slogan went a long way in creating excellent designing and manufacturing. For example, the first personal computer in human history The Macintosh, or Mac, was not a monitor-like bulky setup, but looked flawless with its beautiful design and its aesthetic user experience. Jobs was correct. A revolutionary product cannot be tailored according to the consumer's demands because they wouldn't know what to expect. That principle applies even today as Apple introduces the latest amazing technology. The iPod, with its versatility, was a magnificent upgrade from DVD players when CDs were the masses' favorite. It was the simplest one could imagine. Apple has been successful in establishing itself as different from the others as it continues to innovate, simplify, and upgrade existing devices, and therefore has been excellent at making great quality consumer gadgets. Thirdly, Apple's masterclass in branding has also been one of the key players in its economic boom. Remember how Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone back in 2007 in front of a live audience with its breathtaking touchscreen interface? It attracted customers from all over the world as he swiped across the lock screen, showing how easy it can be now to use smartphones. Fourthly, Apple never compromised on the quality of its products and the persistent innovation that went into these creations. All Apple devices use the fastest processors and the most advanced software to perform the user functions. The introduction of the M1 Pro Max chip is a historical event with its unprecedented use of system-on-chip technology and more CPUs and GPU cores. The creation of a tight Apple ecosystem that takes shape as a vertical integration ecosystem is also something that makes Apple the company it is today. Everything ranging from A to Z, from the software, hardware, and content played on the devices originate from within Apple itself. It created a specialized music store, the iTunes, and also designed an Apple-dedicated iStore for all its in-device downloads and purchases. Post-Steve era, under the leadership of Tim Cook, has also seen tremendous growth for Apple as it continues to provide seamless customer experience with its 516 stores across 25 countries worldwide. The introduction of wearable devices such as the Apple earphones and the Apple iWatch set new records for the company. The transition from Intel processors to the custom-designed M1 chips only adds to the technological advances made by the company. There is a very high probability that the device you are viewing this on is also an Apple gadget. And very simply put, it's all about the beautiful design, simple and tech-savvy user experience, and its integrated system that gives it the lofty stock valuation. So you might think, all this is cool, but where do the trillions come from? The answer is right in front of you. Apple did not run marketing campaigns and sales to drive revenue. The company refrained to talk about quality in its branding and focused more on the customers actually experiencing the quality with the touch and feel of Apple products. They did not waste their budget on hiring celebrities to endorse their products, but rather laser focused on their R&D to make better and more advanced products each year. As a tech company, Apple stayed true to their integration. They created seamless, high-quality hardware that ran their rapid, simplistic, and efficient software. Apple ticked all the boxes when it came to after-sales service and the right Apple Store experience for its potential customers. They did all this, and the money just rolled in. Today, Apple Incorporated has a higher operating cash balance than the US Treasury, and the company is still innovating, creating and releasing leaner and better products and services. From Siri to the Notch, Apple Music to the Apple Pen, you might love or hate Apple products and services ecosystem, but their net worth, money management, and sales data speaks volumes about the success of this technological juggernaut. So, what are your thoughts about Apple's trajectory from a $666 Apple One 50 orders in a garage to a $1 trillion company? Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe and hit that bell icon below to never miss another Wealthy Mindset video, especially if you're interested in unexplored topics and interesting stories just like this one. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.